So, starting off this episode, I absolutely loved that we saw in the beginning Sid's antics of, being a true to his character, and you can see that his kind of criticizing the terrorists that didn't take over the school, and you see him, criticize on, what they could do better as bad guys, like what kind of coat you're supposed to wear and other things they do. So I found that part really funny, but there was two instances or scenes that caught my eye. One was when all the students were gathered in the auditorium, and that's where the main forces are. The big guy in the suit of armor, as is talking to after he tells his right hand man to you have to retrieve the artifact, and as this right hand man is going, he looks down and he says, after this I'll most likely be reinstated in the Night Order. So maybe that, since he was before in the Knights Order, I wonder, what if we're gonna find out exactly why he was kicked out in the first place from the Knights Order, and it would also explain why the cult of Diablo has ties with the Knights Order. Like, it would explain why the cult has, I guess in a sense, sleeper agents or double agents in the Night Order. So it would explain one thing. The other thing, I didn't really understand, but I don't understand, why exactly they're after the artifact. So be it. But I think one of the reasons is because it has the potential to control their little artifact that they're using. So their artifact is clearly like disturbing magic, and it was also explained that it does remember certain frequencies of magic, so you can set that relic to not disturb certain people's magic. So that would explain why the bad guys in last episode were able to use magic, but the princess couldn't. So that would explain that. I'm guessing why they want that artifact is because it could control it. Like it has the potential to rival it. So I mean, that's what I'm guessing. Like, to have for sure, to have, so there's no way that, a person can mess with their magic distortion relic. So that would make sense to me, like, just to have it so there's no possible way that, our magic disturbance, force field or whatever, could be disturbed, as long as we have, the other relic that is the only one that could fight against the relic we are using currently. That's my kind of thought about it. But the other one towards the end, the other thing I do want to talk to you guys about is that we see New kind of examining the bodies, or she's examining, and one of them she revealed, in the past was my fiance, so to speak, before. I'm guessing this was before she was recruited to the Shadow Garden organization. So we get that little tidbit of information, but then as she leaves, before she gets there, we see, she with her, I'm guessing with her slime, whatever she has, she made like a little knife to, I guess, kill him, And then Sid got there and she couldn't do anything. But then as she's, walking away, she kind of says, you got off easy or something along those lines. Like, this time you're lucky because I'm not going to kill you, so to speak. And the reason it caught my eye is because we don't exactly know why she would have any animosity against her former fiance. So I do hope in future episodes we learn more about their past together. Maybe this guy, I could see it going two ways. Either this guy broke off the engagement because New turned into this blob, and he knew like there wasn't any hope to get her back to her normal state. So maybe New is kind of angry about that, or the other way is that she knows that in the past he was connected, or he was working with the cult of Diablos in the background. So I'm not really sure those are true possible outcomes that I see as to why New would even want to kill her former fiance, and then we just finished the episode with Shahrukh getting into position, waiting for Sid's okay or his command to launch the surprise attack against the terrorist organization, and that's where the episode ends. Overall, it was a pretty okay episode. I really enjoyed it. It certainly gets me very excited for the next episode, see what is gonna happen. Just how Sid and his organization is gonna combat the cult of Diablos, or the terrorist organization. And I really do hope that we do get more information about the Knight's past, as to why he was kicked out of the Knight's Order, and all that. And before I end this video, I believe her name was Sherry. She mentioned something about the vice principal not being there. So I feel like when she was saying vice principal, maybe she was referring to her father, and that's his title. But either way, that person, and including her father, they're different people. I think there's more suspicion on them, because the father's supposed to be next to Sherry as she's developing a way to decipher this artifact, and suspicion on the vice principal, because like he's not there. Like, to me it's very coincidental that on this day, like, we necessarily haven't even met this vice principal. So to me it's very, it's very coincidental that on this day that he had something important to do that he didn't even disclose to anyone. So very suspicious characters. But like I said, overall I really enjoyed this episode. Obviously it gave me a lot to talk about, and I'm just very excited to watch next episode and see how all this pans out. But I think that's gonna be it for me. Please leave a like, subscribe, and comment your thoughts and opinions. Thank you, and I'll see you next time. Bye.